welcome back to the show. Congrats on everything.
Thank you.
I want to talk to you about everything because I want to know what it even feels like. You're in these giant movies, the biggest movies. I mean, between Marvel Cinematic Universe and Avatar. I mean, Avatar is the biggest movie ever made.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, and Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, what does it feel like to be in the biggest movies?
I'm pinching myself. It's not something that I picked strategically. I was just very lucky to be picked, to be chosen, and I gave it 120%. The fact that these two movies are the most successful ones, and I'm in them, it's not bad for a girl from Queens. That's all.
Not too shy. It's not bad at all. No, but you're so good. You're fantastic, and I follow you on the socials. You're fun, and you posted this. This is from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. This is a bunch of you.
Yeah.
How many of you were there with you?
It's like 4, a minimum of 4. It's a lot of me's, and the thing is that these are created. It's taking out of like a cast of my head, and it's so they can put the wigs on or any kind of additional prosthetics that go on Gamora, and sometimes it's just to put her in the background. Like, kind of like, maybe like a where's Waldo, like where's Gamora? I don't know.
So there's a Gamora sometimes in the scene. Are you in the scene or just sometimes it's just a Gamora?
Sometimes, like, let's say if they're shooting a big action sequence and my character is like in the background in certain parts of that set, they'll just put a head like running back and forth so that the computer can sort of track it. I don't know, guys, it's high technology.
Yeah, it's high tech, yeah. But I mean, Guardians 3, this comes out next year, is it?
Yes, next May.
Next May, and just so fun. And so, it's such a fun ride.
They're fun, you guys. It is a fun ride. I took my boys to Disney earlier this year, and my older sons are much more, precautious, and they don't like to do like roller coasters. My little one, his name is Zen. There's nothing Zen about Zen. Zen got on all the rides. He was he's still 5, and then got on the Tower of Terror, which is the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. And I was like, how was it? He goes, oh, Mama, I was so scared. I'm like, did you see Mama? I didn't know. No, I didn't see you.
No,
I'm
really?
Like, Mommy was in the ride. He goes, you were?
That might be one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on.
Guys, they don't think I'm cool at all. So.
Oh, my gosh. But between that and also the Avatar ride.
Yeah, I know.
Did they know that you're that as well?
They do, but my kids are softies. They don't like to watch things that are too violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, not yet. We still have some time.
Yeah, well, he's 5, and then the other boys?
They just turned 8 yesterday.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's a lot of Legos.
Roblox?
Yes, a lot of Roblox.
I love Roblox.
But they don't really play that much on the tablets.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a lot of outdoor stuff.
My kids either.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
But they do watch a lot of Netflix.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. When I first saw Avatar, I think a lot of people would agree with me. I've never seen anything like that in my lifetime. It was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. I know James Cameron were talking about how cool this thing's gonna be and different, and I've seen 3D movies. When I was growing up, a 3D movie was something someone would be holding like a pool stick, and they'd be like, and they're like, well, that's 3D. And then you see this, and you go, oh, this is the most bizarre thing. I feel like I'm in this world.
Well, if I seem a little off and awfully quiet, because I know I'm very talkative, it's because I just came back from the screening. I went to see Avatar today. I'm still processing. It's very emotional. I'm surprised my eyelashes stayed on, you guys. I was like sobbing.
Good for you. Come on.
It's really special. It's really special, and I can give you like a little hint. It's about water.
Wow! Oh my gosh. Wow! We always get the scoop. Water. We always get the scoop here on the Tonight Show, guys. When Avatar was first pitched to you, what did they pitch? Because it's such a brand new world and new characters and new everything.
You sound so nice. Like, it was never pitched to me. I was pitched for it. Like, and then I went, oh my God, of course, if I could be so lucky to have somebody like, yeah, pitch me. What's this movie, Jim, about?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But what did you think it was, or what did you describe?
I thought, first they told me that it was like about this robot, this female robot. I thought it was about like Alita, battle angel. But it's set like in the jungle. And I was like, well, that doesn't really make any sense. Like a warrior princess who's a robot, like a sentient, like what is that?
Yeah.
But Mally Finn, who was the casting director at that time, who was later than, you know, Margie Simpkin took the part of casting it, they would sometimes just come in and call me. And I was still living in New York at the time, and they would put me on tape. And sometimes it was like, bring some tight stuff. I want you to climb and do some cartwheels. And I'm like, okay. So I would come in and it's like, we'll just play. And they would move all the furniture.
Well, you have a
and I
dance
would climb
background, right?
Yeah. I feel like I was able to book the part because of that. And then one time they called me in and I put myself on tape again for them. And they were like, just make all these sounds. I'm like, what kind of sounds? I'm like, well, okay.
You're like, what is this
and I'm
movie
thinking,
remotely?
like, James Cameron, a robot warrior princess that's in the jungle, and I'm doing rolling my R's. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I dig it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so you do all that and you go, okay, and when did you finally get to meet James Cameron?
They flew me from New York to Los Angeles and drove me to Lightstorm.
Now,
and
do you feel good at this point, or you're like, I'm in the running?
I mean, yeah, I'm excited, but I was always like a very happy-go-lucky, like a happy girl from Queens. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go meet my idol, like James Cameron.
Yeah.
And they locked me in an office, which was a bit scary.
Yeah.
And they gave me the script, and the script was like this thick.
Oh, so this is very private. They don't let anyone look at this. That's
No,
why you're
no.
in this private office. Oh, I understand.
And they gave me 3 hours to read. I took 6. Because it was just all the directions describing the whole world of Pandora was just really bizarre to me. And English is not my first language, so that was a little hard. And then Jim walks in, and he was so nice. And then he says, are you ready to meet yourself? And I was like, what? And at that moment, my soul like left my body.
So
and then
you
I walk
ready to
into
meet
his
yourself?
Yeah, that's what he told me. And then he walks me to his office. I see this big wheel of a ship. And I had no idea it was the Titanic wheel. I see the arm of the Terminator.
Oh my God.
I was just like, oh my God, I'm having an out-of-body experience.
Exactly, that's his office.
And his office was beautiful and big, and just like all these things that he had kept from all of his films. And then on a coffee table was a sculpture of my character Neytiri. And as I'm observing the sculpture, he's sitting across from me, like observing me. And I thought in my mind, like, that's not weird. That's not weird.
Yeah.
Don't act weird.
It's all going in the movie somehow. It's all going in. When did you find out that you got the part?
Like maybe like a week or two later.
Do you remember where you were?
Yes, I was in my apartment in Queens, changing my nephew's diaper.
Really?
Yeah. I had nanny duties that day. And my mother walks in and she goes with my cell phone, like, Zoe, they say it's James Cameron. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, hold the baby wipe.
Hold the diaper, hold the phone, hold the diaper. Yeah, you pick up the diaper. Hello, yeah.
My sister, my mom, and like my little nephew's like popping up his face. And I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey, Zoe, it's Jim. I just want to invite you to join us, and I want you to play Neytiri. And I still get teary-eyed because it was definitely like a very big opportunity and a very big dream come true for me. And then I didn't need to cry because my mom and my sister and my nephew were sobbing. Like, oh my God.
Well, we're so happy for you. Oh, you're awesome.
Hey.